everybody. Welcome to this Sunday practice for our Mindful March. We're going to start standing today, and we'll be standing throughout the whole class. The last few Sundays, I think, have been a little gentler, and this week, Janine's classes have been very gentle, working on the chakras, and it seems like it's just fallen upon me to make this week's classes a little more vigorous or a little bit tougher. So today's class is going to be roughly a 20 to 30 minute continuous movement class. So there won't be a lot of mountain poses. We'll be standing the whole practice, and we will just go from one asana to the next. So it's going to be a little bit of a cardio, a warm up on a cool day like today. It's supposed to be spring, they're telling us, but today doesn't feel very spring-like. So it will be about a 20 to 30 minute class of continuous movement. If at any point you do need a break, you're a little short of breath, or you want to take a little time out, just take a mountain pose. Remember, it's your practice. We have about 4 minutes before we start, so you can just stand up in mountain pose. Make sure, once again, you're pulling those shoulders back, opening the chest, and when you're inhaling, you're letting the lungs fill completely in a three-dimension fashion. Side to side, front to back, top to bottom. Making sure you're engaging the abdomen, letting the belly go out with the inhale and come in with the exhale. So we have a few minutes before we start. You can just take a couple deep breaths. And remember, through Mindful March, if you're doing this with us, and this isn't the type of class you think you're going to enjoy, you can always just do one of the other classes. It's the benefit to having them on demand or access to all of them. You can do whichever class you want, whenever you want. Just remember, it's your practice. Listen to your body. It's a great way to warm up on a Sunday morning. Before we start, take some nice deep breaths, clearing your mind. Crown of the head is up towards the sky. That's one of the great things about asana practices too. There's so many variations. You can always find one that works for you on that particular day or at that particular time of your life. Whether it's sitting calmly and gently moving. Sometimes it's about really letting go and stretching and loosening, and then other days it's about building strength and building heat. About 1 minute before we start. And remember, this is your practice, so if at any point you do need a break and I don't take one, make sure you just take that break. A lot of times with our yoga, we'll take a lot of tadasanas or child's pose or resting positions just to give your body that time to catch up. Today I don't really plan on taking those or many of those. When you're ready, you can just make sure the shoulders are back and then bring the hands to heart center, thumbs on sternum, and a light bow to your head. And just take a moment to give yourself some gratitude for coming to your mat today, for making your health and well-being a priority, and for setting this time apart for yourself. And when you're ready, you can rub your hands together and build up some friction in the palms. Get the palms nice and warm. And once you feel that heat building up in the palms, just transfer that heat to your heart center. And you can blink your eyes open. And we're going to have feet about hip width apart, up nice and tall. We're just going to bring some movement to the shoulders. So with an inhale, bring those arms way up overhead and really reach for the sky. Exhale, turn your palms out and bring them down by your sides. And just do these at your own pace, matching your breath to your movement. Next time your arms are overhead, you can leave them there. Really extend up and reach those fingertips for the sky. And then we're going to interlock our hands to elbows, framing our head inside our arms. And with an exhale, just lean right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, lean left. Inhale, come back to center. Go through one more time. Meet back up in center, extend those arms back up to the sky. And with an exhale, bring your hands down in front of you. Touch your palms together. Now we're going to open with an inhale, that right arm, but we don't want our hips to move. So it's just the torso. So whenever you feel your hips start to move, stop. And exhale, close. I'm looking forward, but you can let the head follow that hand if you like. Just whenever you feel those hips start to go, just come back with the exhale. And do one more. And now we'll do the other arm, left arm, inhale, open. And it might go further on one side than the other, that's okay. Next time the hands come out front, you can leave them there. We're going to turn our palms so they're facing the ground. Make a real tight fist and release. Really engage those fingers. Next time your hands are open, you can leave them there. With an exhale, point your fingers towards the ground. Inhale, bring them up towards the sky. You can bring your hands to a neutral position, and then without moving your arms, just make some circles with the hands. Change directions. You can come to stillness, and we're going to bend the elbows so the hands are chest height, and just gently twist from side to side. And when you twist left, maybe your right heel comes off the mat and vice versa. But there's no pain and we're not forcing anything. When the body naturally stops, we stop. Come to stillness and release the arms. Place your hands on your hips, and we're going to ring those imaginary bells. making sure to protect our lower back when we ring that front bell. And change directions. And you can come to stillness. We're going to bend the knees, place the hands just above the knees and make some circles with the legs. Change directions. And you can come to stillness and stand up straight. And then just lift that right leg and make some circles with the ankle. Change directions. And we'll switch feet. And change directions. Place that foot down. We're going to go right into a few forward folds. So with an inhale, both arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. You can bend the knees here. This is your first forward fold of the day. Elongate that spine. Maybe interlock the hands to elbows. Bring some gentle movement to the spine. With an exhale, release your hands down to the mat. And we're going to do a halfway lift here. So inhale, nice flat back. Pull those shoulders back, straighten the legs, hands are on the thighs. Engage the belly, don't let your belly be passive. Pull the shoulder blades back and lift your kneecaps by tightening your thighs. Pushing the hips back and neck and head forward. With an exhale, forward fold. Make sure you put a micro bend in the knees, and with an inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Inhale your arms up overhead, and exhale, release the arms. And we're going to go back to down dog from here. We're going to add that on to that sequence. So big inhale, both arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice flat back. And when you're ready with the exhale, we're going to bend the knees, plant the hands, and step back to down dog. So you can pedal the feet here, bring some movement. Maybe inhale, come up real high on your tiptoes. Exhale, sink your heels down to the mat, pushing your chest towards your knees or thighs. When you're ready with an inhale, we're going to lift that right leg up as high as we can. With an exhale, bring your right knee towards your right elbow. Inhale, back out. Right knee towards chest. Inhale, back up. Right knee towards left elbow. Inhale, back up. And exhale, bring that right foot down. Inhale that left foot up. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale back. Left knee, chest. Inhale back. Left knee, right elbow. Inhale back. And bring that left foot down. Look between your hands. And walker step to a forward fold. Micro bend the knees and big inhale up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, both arms up, and exhale, release the arms, and we're going to go again. So inhale up, exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And when you're ready with an exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, and step back to down dog. With your next inhale, come forward to plank. Nice strong plank here. With an inhale, lift that right leg up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift that left leg up. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, down. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale down. With an exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Inhale up for cobra. Tops of the feet are pushed into the mat. Hips are into the mat. Lifting the head and chest. And your hands are there as a guide, not all the weight. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, roll the toes and go back to down dog. Look between the hands and walker step to a forward fold. Micro bend the knees and big inhale up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, release the arms. Now we're going to go back and do a warrior one sequence. Up nice and tall. Hands at heart center. Just take a breath here. When you're ready, we're going to step this right foot back for warrior one. And what's important here, you have a bend in that left leg. The whole right foot is grounded. The hip is forward. Chest is forward. Engage your arms. And make sure the toes of that right foot are on a 45-degree angle so they're facing just outside this upper right-hand corner of the mat. Pull those shoulders back. We're going to bring some movement to this. So inhale the arms up nice and tall. Exhale, bring the hands down and out front. Inhale, heart center, back overhead. And do two more at your own pace. And we'll all meet back on warrior one. When you're ready with an exhale, bring your hands to heart center. And we're going to go to crescent lunge. So turn that right foot so you're on the ball of the right foot and the right toes. Hands are still at heart center. We're going to bring some movement to this. So inhale, straighten that left leg and bring the arms up. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, straighten that left leg and arms up. Exhale, down. And one more. Inhale. Exhale. And now with the next inhale, just the arms to bring us to crescent lunge. You want to make sure that right foot is back as far as you can comfortably get it. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center and step forward. And now we're going to do the other side. Step that left foot back. I'll turn to face the camera for warrior one foot position. Hands are at heart center. Hip is forward. Chest is forward. Engage your arms. Nice deep breaths. Bring the movement now. So inhale the arms up. Exhale down and out front. Inhale, heart center, up overhead. And do a total of 3. And we'll all meet back in warrior one. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. And we're going to turn that left foot so we're on the ball of the left foot and left toes. Inhale, straighten the right leg, arms up. Exhale, come back down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. The next inhale, just the arms for crescent lunge. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center and step forward. We're going to do a warrior two sequence from here. So when you're ready, step that right foot back. Now we're heel arch alignment here. Look down this left thigh. You should see the first two toes. And then bring the arms up. Pushed up against an imaginary wall. Arms are strong. Engage the tricep. Make your fingers strong. Looking over that left middle ring finger. We're going to go back to reverse warrior. So with an inhale, flip that left palm and bring that arm up, looking at that left hand, dropping the right hand down the right leg and making sure you still have a bend in that left knee. One breath, one movement. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. And just do these at your own pace. You can go as slow or as fast as you like, as long as your breath is matching your movement. Next time you're in reverse warrior, you can stay there. Really elongate that left side. With an exhale, come back to warrior two. We're going to straighten that left leg and push that hip back. Reach forward. Exhale, bring that left hand down to left calf or ankle. Right arm up to sky for side triangle. Nice deep breaths. With an inhale, come back to warrior two. Place your hands on your hips. We're going to turn our left toes so they're facing the same way as the right. And now this might, for you guys, you're going to be facing away from the camera. So you'll have to listen to my voice or just change your position on the mat. We're going to turn the right toes so they're facing the other end of the mat. So we're basically in warrior two the other way now. Heel arch alignment, look down this right leg and you still see your first two toes. And inhale the arms up for warrior two. Pushed up against an imaginary wall. Looking over that right middle and ring finger. We're going to go to reverse warrior here. So with an inhale, flip that right palm. Bring that right hand up overhead, looking at it. Left arm comes down left leg. Still have that bend in the right knee. Nice deep breaths. With an exhale, back to warrior two. One breath, one movement. Inhale, back to reverse warrior. And just do these at your own pace. Matching your breath to your movement. And remember, if you need a break at any point, just take it. If you're still doing the asanas, just focus on your breath and your movement. Next time you're in reverse warrior, you can stay there. Exhale, come back to warrior two. Straighten that right leg. Push the hip back. Exhale, reach forward and then down. Bringing that right hand to calf or ankle, left arm up to sky. With an inhale, come back to warrior two. Place your hands on your hips and turn your right toes so they're facing the side of the mat. And then just come up to a standing position at the front of your mat. Feet are together. We're going to do chair pose, hands at heart center. And with an exhale, sit down into that chair. Nice deep breaths here. Make sure you're checking in with your toes. You can see them. We don't want the knees coming forward too much. Now with our next inhale, we're going to extend our arms out overhead. And the arms are on the same angle as your torso. We don't want them straight ahead or way back. Whatever angle your spine is on, that's where we want the arms. Now we're going to bring some movement to this. With an exhale, bring the arms back as far as you can get them. Inhale, come up onto your tiptoes. Stay here for a few breaths. Exhale, sink those heels down to the mat. Inhale, bring those arms back up. We'll go through that one more time. Take a big inhale first. Exhale, bring those arms back. Inhale up onto the tiptoes. Stay here for a little bit. When you're ready with an exhale, sink those heels down to mat. Inhale, bring those arms out overhead again. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. And we're going to add a twist. We've been in this chair for a little while, so it might be getting tough. Exhale, twist right. Remember, make sure your knees don't move. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, left. Inhale, come back to center. Stay here for a few more breaths. With an inhale, bring both arms up overhead. And exhale, just release your arms down by your sides. Come to the front of your mat. We're going to go back to down dog one more time. Inhale, both arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice deep breaths here. And when you're ready with an exhale, we're going to bend the knees, plant the hands, and step back to down dog. With an inhale, bring that right leg up. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale up. Exhale, right knee to chest. Inhale up. Right knee to left elbow. Inhale up. Exhale, bring that right foot down and inhale that left foot up. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale up. Left knee, chest. Inhale up. Left knee, right elbow. Inhale up. Exhale that left knee down. Now we're going to come down to our knees. Place our forearms on the mat and do a forearm plank. Palms are on the mat. And when you're comfortable, send those legs back for a forearm plank. Nice deep breaths here. When you're ready with an exhale, lower those hips and come up for Sphinx pose. Tops of the feet are on the mat, hips are on the mat. Take a few deep breaths here. And with an exhale, you're going to lower all the way down and we're going to go back to down dog. Bring the hands by the shoulders, roll the toes. Inhale back to down dog. Look between the hands and walk or step to a forward fold. Micro bend the knees and big inhale up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, release the arms. And just take it to Tadasana. Focus on your breath. You can always exhale through your mouth. It'll help cool the body. some nice deep breaths here. When you're ready, you can bring your hands to heart center. I want to borrow a quote from my Aunt Rita today. Just when the caterpillar thought the world had ended, he turned into a butterfly. It's never too late for us to change or become the person we want to be. It just takes us acknowledging what we want to be and committing to that. I'd like to thank you for sharing your practice with me today. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for being here today. I enjoyed this for a little change of pace. It's a great example of how you can use all the asanas we did today, we've done differently in the past. You can do them much calmer and slower. This was a little more fast-paced than normal. For me, I've built heat, I'm sweating, the heart's pumping. It's a great way to make your practice your own, so when you find the things you like to do, you can always incorporate them into your daily life or your daily yoga practice or weekly yoga practice. Have a wonderful Sunday, everybody. Namaste.